Howdy, I'm Gray Pilgrim. And let me turn this on. A little extra light. A little extra light never hurts. Well, the other day my cousin came over and brought some things to spruce up the man cave. One thing, check this. It's a modern version of the old bullet boards that you'd get from Remington and Winchester and the like. Pretty cool, huh? That'll be good. I figure right about yonder. And to keep it company, I've got this. Also fun. The other thing he dropped by was this. Now, when I was a kid, now I was born in the 1950s. I remember all the westerns on afternoon TV to keep the kids happy. I was one of those kids. I used to have a rig with double cap guns and a cowboy hat and the whole 9 yards to play the game. I had a fringe jacket and everything. Well, I guess my cousin had this, or similar, because here he has this is a kid's rig with an air gun. It's kind of cool, I thought. I mean, it's a beautiful looking holster. I don't know if it came this way or if he made it. He's a leather worker, and it's just really beautiful work. But this is kind of a fun old gun. It's I don't know, what model is it? It doesn't rightly say easy, does it? Let me see if I can see. Yeah, I don't see a name on it anywhere. Wait a minute, what does it say right here? Let me get this light over here. Come here. That says Sears Roebuck. Sears Roebuck, 22 caliber. It's a CO2 gun. I can tell for the cartridge goes right here. So I don't know where you'd put the bullets in, with BBs in this case. But, oh, I see. It acts just like the originals, huh? Yeah, look at that. It looks like it's kind of gummy. Needs to be oiled or something. Run some ballistol on it, and I think it'll be fine. Anyway, this is my latest something to play with. Anyway, I've been watching too much media lately, and this is a rant video. I'm not much for politics because it just gets me angry. Gets me really angry. You know, occasionally you used to read of gangsters. You know, all of those movies from the 1930s that were really big on that. Edward G. Robinson, well, all the different stars of that era. Jimmy Cagney, he was big in that, you know. You're not going to take me, copper, or something like that. You're too young to remember those. Go look up any of the gang movies of the 1930s. Bogart got a start in those. He played a bad guy. Anyway, it's a shame that when those gang bosses basically take over government, take over a political party, but at least the gang bosses were capitalists. These ones are altruists, and they think, yeah, they really believe that their way of looking at things is the way we ought to all look at things. There's a fellow who just came out with a song. I think his name was Oliver Anthony, and it's called Richmond, North of Richmond. Well, north of Richmond is D.C., so I think that's exactly what he's talking about, is all of the people inside the Beltway who are gobbling up our tax money and giving back squat. It's a shame when the chief crook, the crook in chief, is in charge of law enforcement, and his son can get away with murder, and he's, rules for thee and not for me. He's protected. His son's protected. His brother's protected. His whole family's protected. And if anybody raises a question about it, be careful how you word it, because we discovered that 24 FBI guys went to Provo, Utah, and took out a 75-year-old fat guy who could barely move because he wrote something on social media that might have wounded the sensitivities of the president. We do live in interesting times, folks. We do live in interesting times. Well, up here, the field burnings are going on apace. In Oregon, when you get through harvest, you burn the fields to kill off the weed seeds, and then you plow and plant again. By the way, if they don't burn them, I mean, every now and then the eco-types say, "Oh, you got to stop burning." Well, whenever we stop burning, you guys suffer, because all those grass seeds you buy all over the country, they're grown here in Oregon. And if we don't burn the fields, all those dandelions will grow just wonderfully in your yard, because those dandelion seeds are just mixed into the grass seeds that we sell. And there is a sort of recommended minimum that you're allowed per pound of seed or something. And fortunately, they burn the fields to try and get rid of them. Well, the problem is that this time of year, it's almost, it is, I think it's about to hit 100 degrees in a minute. And it's dead outside. There's an inversion layer, and they burn the fields. You can see the smog just all over the hills around here. My eyes are burning. My nose is going crazy. And that's just the way it is. This time of year, that's the way it is. But you learn to live with it. The rest of the time, well, most of the time, this place is like paradise. Yes, it's a pretty severe winter at times, mainly rain, not much other weather than that. But it's not like Alaska or anything. But it can get kind of dicey. But in the high summer, they burn the fields, and it makes the air hazy around here. Anyway, I just wanted to say my two bits about the sniffer in chief. That's what I like to call him. You leave babies alone. You just leave babies alone. And I'm not going to go off on that rant. Anyway, happy trails. Ooh.